Look at that sun coming up. It's about 40 degrees. Not bad. Not bad. Here's the whole football field for you guys. The whole thing. I'm up in the bleachers. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry I wasn't on Monday, but Monday was kind of a crazy day. We had a semi-formal event last night, so we all had to get dressed up. It was a good time. So one of the things I want to talk about today, good morning. I'm bundled up. Again, it's like 40 degrees out. Not the coldest day. When you get in the chat, say hi. Good morning. Good morning. My best Pee Wee Herman. So we got a few situations going on. So we've got the Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, is giving permission for Ukraine to use our U.S.-made missiles over the Russian line. What do I think is going on with this? So I'm going to do a reading a little bit later. Good morning, TD. Good morning, Sapa. So what do I think is going on with this? I think that there are a lot of mechanisms in place. Oh, this is wild. Look at this. I'm not sure why this is zip tied. That's wild. The other doors are open. I think the current administration is putting plenty of hurdles in the way of the incoming administration. It's that simple. In the chat yesterday, on one of my videos, I'm not sure which one, there's going to be prediction for you guys. Ooh, look at that beam of light coming right across my face. Good morning, Mary. Good morning. Oh, I forgot to do something, guys. So we're gonna go right over here. I'm just gonna stop for a second. Forgot to put on. Let's see if we can balance the phone right here for a sec. Oh, that's perfect. All right. Just gotta put my workout on my watch here. Like, I always do like one of two things with this. I either forget to turn it on or forget to turn it off. So, here's location. Thank you very much. And let's go. All right. Now it all counts. So, and more people came into the chat. So good morning. Good morning, everybody. Glasses are working out great. Reading glasses just came in. So I'll be going over to the eye doctor hopefully later on today. I got back-to-back everything today. So back to the current administration. So what the current administration is doing is they're going to just put a bunch of hurdles in place, Gordian knots, if you will, that the incoming administration is going to have to untie. So one of the things that I'm predicting is that we are going to find that there is a very leaky boat somewhere in the mix here. So what does that mean? They're going to discover that there's a lot of money missing. I know that Elon and Vivek are supposed to be doing all of that uncovering with efficiency, but as a result, they're going to find out that there's flow of money to unknown places. So they're going to find the missing funds, but they're not going to be able to figure out where those monies went. That's going to take a number of years, but probably beyond this administration. Last night, I was chatting with Amanda, and wife of a grumpy Marine. You guys know them from the chat. And there is a rumor that Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff, who grew up right in that direction, right over there, right in the neighborhood right across the street from mine, that there's a split going on. I'm going to do a reading on this. Because, Amanda, I just gave you a shout out. I'm going to do a reading on this a little bit later today, in between vital appointments with, I've got Angus going to physical therapy now. Oh, good Lord. And he's got stuff scrambling around for his job, and he got recruited for the jazz band. They needed a bass player, so he's gonna bass it up. I'm going on this side now. Give my arm a rest. Therapy's working for me. My C7, C6 is starting to loosen up, so things are happening. I still think I'm going to wind up with pain management. But back to, we'll go back to the Ukraine since more people are coming in. So, Ukraine, back to Ukraine. So, I don't think that Putin's going to let this escalate. All right. What I think what the current administration is doing is trying to force the hand of elements that we cannot control. So that means, forcing Putin to have to make a very radical, unwanted move. And I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's already been on the phone with Trump. I think he's already been on the phone with decision makers and people that matter. Hang on, I gotta put my gloves on, guys. Gloves are coming on. The gloves are on. Like I said, it's cold out here. These very fine fingerless gloves. So I think that Putin is gonna hold the line there. He may get a little bit beat up, and I think there's gonna be some complaints from some of the Russian people. I think the North Koreans that have been plugged in there are going to be pulled back. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Zephyr K9, good morning. I'm sorry you've been awake. So I think this is an attempt I think it's a miscalculation on the part of the Biden administration to get Putin, whoa, I almost dropped my phone, to get Putin to make a radical move. They're all really assuming that he really is like a crazy man, and he's not the crazy man that they think he is. He's not gonna blow up the world. It's not gonna happen. Hang on, cleaning up the track. Water and the recycle. So, they're trying to motivate him to do something. He's not going to do it. He's not going to make that happen. So, good morning, guys. Let me know if you have any popular culture questions. I will answer them. Walking predictions. So, prediction is Putin's not going to do anything radical. I don't think anybody needs to be worried about it. I do think that Trump has been on the phone with him. I think Trump maybe has been on the phone with Kim Jong-un, and just said, hey, just stick around, hang out. We'll all get to the table once I'm in place. If there are casual conversations going on, non-official conversations going on, I think that's happening. So, very, very neat things are going to, the expected response is not going to happen. So everybody, if you're uptight, if you're worried about what's going to happen, if you think it's going to be WW3, it's not. We're not going to go there. So, hope I'm not making an apology video in a few days. But, it's going to be a tense 2 months. Let me see what's going on. Another day in paradise. Oh yeah, Florida has some nice weather. Grumpy, when will you get better? You got to go outside. You got to get that vitamin C, man. Go out in the sun. You just have to sit there like a lizard. I know British people burn like a crisp, but you got to get out in the sun. Got to get out there. Predictions about RFK Jr. So, RFK Jr., I don't know if you guys saw him with the McDonald's and the the look on his face. Somebody said RFK Jr. looks like he's in a room full of people doing substances, and they just told him he has to. He's like, ugh. So RFK Jr., I think, is going to get incredible. Oh, little Lisa, I didn't know you were at the Jersey Shore. I didn't know you were local. Howdy, gal. So he is going to get into quite the kerfuffle with. My arm hurts. So he's going to get into quite the kerfuffle with the food industry. His ship is probably going to be the hardest to turn around. And I know that's saying a lot because the economy is in such a state. But I think the food industry and getting chemicals and things out of our food. Oh, right on, Lisa. Lisa, I lived on 5th and E in Belmar when I was in college. That was my college digs, and I lived in South Belmar when it still was South Belmar before it became Lake Como. So, on what was it, Parkway Drive? I think there was I can't remember the name of the bar that was at the corner, but I used to go up there and study, and that's how I met my friend Smokey. I became really good friends with him. He was the bartender there. I'd just sit there and study the whole time like a maniac in the bar. So I think RFK Jr. is going to have the biggest ship to turn. I think the economy is going to, again, prediction, I think we're going to see a dip in January, and it's going to be in response to everything that's being done now and everything that's been done in the last few years. Thanks, Sandra. You know what? I love to, I don't want to say multitask because I hate multitasking, but I like to maximize my time. So, I can either fill my cup or empty my cup with you guys on these walks. So, and I've got to lose some weight because last night we went to this event and I had absolutely nothing that fit. It was really pretty horrible. So, I think the food industry is going to be harder to turn than the economy. I do think that Pete Hegseth, got his name right, I think he is already in those kind of informal conversations with Trump, Putin, Kim Jong-un. I think we have a nice little group of people that are discussing what is going to go on in Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, I think he is going to be kind of a stick in the mud. I don't think he is going to let this move. There's a level of desperation energetically for him right now. I shouldn't say desperation. It's more like a rage/desperation, because there are going to be some conversations with him about compromise. He's not going to want to compromise. And unfortunately, that situation is one that needs a lot of compromise. A lot of people feel a certain way about what's going on there. A lot of people feel a certain way about how the different parties have acted. And, I can't say what's the right or wrong thing to do. It's one of those situations where, and I think President-elect Trump said it best, I just want people to stop dying. And I think that's right. Whatever compromise we have to create is what has to be, so do we see Zelenskyy now? Just like the election, I see there's two ways for Zelenskyy to go. I see him doubling down, and if he does that, I think things are going to get hairy there. I think he's going to get his hand slapped. And good morning, Valerie. Nice and early for you. So I think he's going to get his hand slapped if he decides to proceed. And I do think that there's going to be some reprimand from the United States. I think President-elect Trump is going to say, you can't. Like, we can't let you do this. You're going to gum up the works. And I think if he concedes, I shouldn't say concedes, compromises. It's really compromise. If he compromises, we get peace in that area. It's a tense peace. It's a little bit of a salty, butthurt peace, but we do get it. I think Putin is happy with whatever we get him. You know, whatever compromise comes up, I think Putin is happy. You know, I think he's achieved what he wanted to achieve, and the additional is just kind of a buffer zone, if that makes sense. I think that's kind of what he's trying to put in there. You know, restoring the Russian Empire, is that a reality? Not really. But restoring certain lands, I think, is where he's going. And I think we're in the buffer zone now. So, a lot of hope that they're gonna sort that out. It really, prediction, all depends on Zelenskyy at this point. I think everybody else is, Valerie, that would be awesome if people walked all over the world. Walking tarot. I like that. I like that. So, it really is up to Zelenskyy. So hopefully he is going to calm down a little bit and come to a solution, you know, not popular ideas. So a little update on my channel. To date, I've lost about 50 subscribers since the election. I can't imagine that I had 50 people that dislike Trump to the extent that they would unsubscribe from me because I'm kind of pleased that he won. So also my videos are not getting the views that they were, so I think I'm being buried a little bit. So I don't know where that's coming from, if that's coming from viewership or if that's coming from the algorithm. Maybe, hey, let them ponies run. Speaking of running, I expect to be running probably by January. So I'm gonna work out a plan, a training plan. So when I actually do run, I'm probably not gonna have you guys on here. So, oh, Amanda, that's awesome. Thank you, Amanda. I do have a gift card option through Square for gift buying. I'll do a video for that. I have been busy as can be with locals. I got a shout out on a local group, and I got a lot of locals right now, which is crazy. You know, like when I set up a reading and I'm like, oh, where are you from? And they're like, I live right down the street. And I'm like, that's fantastic. It's nice to have locals back in. So Amanda, very much appreciated. Let me know how we can do that. I could always send you just a link, and you could craft. I'll craft like a Christmas card email or something, holiday card for you. So we'll work together on that one. Make it nice. So, whew. Sorry guys. So yeah, I think Ukraine, Russia, we got some interesting things that are afoot. Harris and Emhoff, I definitely am going to do a reading on it because I need the cards for this one. I want to parse out like how he's feeling, how she's feeling. He did not have a great reputation around here from my experience. He's approximately the same age as me. So some of the people I know, I think, went to middle school, maybe the beginning of high school with him. For British people out there, middle school is up to like age 13, and then 14, 15, 16, 17 were in high school. So I think he did move away when he was a bit younger, but I do know some people who knew him. So I haven't heard any adorable stories like he saved a litter of puppies that were trying to run across the highway or anything like that. So nothing like that. Heard kind of elitist, jerky kind of attitude. He was from the rich side of town. So that was back in the day. It was very different now. When I grew up here, it was a lot of farmland, a lot of, there was like 2-bedroom communities that were built in the 60s. And then there was a whole larger community on the other side of town. We used to have 2 high schools. And that was the rich community. They were the rich kids. So it was like, our side was like the scrappy people. The other side of town were the rich kids. But our football team beat them every year. This is the football field that I'm on right now. Was our high school field. And we used to have what was called the Battle of Route 9. That's Route 9 there. Totally giving away my location. That's all right. No one wants to kidnap me. I'm like Bette Midler and Ruthless People. Really annoying. So, we used to have a Thanksgiving Day football game. Again, for anybody that's watching from Britain, Thanksgiving Day is a big day for football here in the United States. And we used to have our high school Battle of Route 9 against our rival school on Thanksgiving morning, and they did away with it. I think 2017, they got rid of it. So, hi Karen, good morning. So now we have, that's a scheduled game, like just on a night, and we play against a different district, or a different high school, because they combined our 2 high schools. So, ask me more questions in the chat, guys. Tell me what's going on in the world. Let me see. So Spirit Fest. No, that's we actually good day, Elizabeth. Good morning. We have something called Lunar Fair, which is a full moon party, and I bought tickets to it, and it got a couple of years ago, or maybe a year ago, and it got canceled because there was some drama with the parking, and the gal who runs it was so mean in the comments about the community that they were having it in and the cops, and she had a lot to say. So I was just like, yeah, it seems like not a nice place to go. So I don't go to Lunar Fair. We do have a really big room in a community center here. That's like $40 for like 6 hours. So I was actually thinking about starting my own psychic fair at our community center. I was going to get together with a few psychics that I know. Maybe have Greg do the past life sketches. So that was one of the things we're talking about. Greg is an amazing artist. My daughter's an amazing artist. I can't draw to save my life. But we're going to do an offering where I do like a past life hypnosis, and you describe either what you look like or what your person in that life looks like. And Greg will do the sketch, and then we'll send it to you. You know, neat stuff. So, yeah, Zephyr, I can't draw a stick person to save my life. Apparently I got it from my grandmother. My grandmother could not draw either. So, hi, Lady of the Lake. Whew. So what else? So Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff, there's something weird going on there to begin with. I felt it was a very professional relationship. Not, Bill and Hillary, I think, really like kind of fell in love and, got together. Oh, my neck is killing me. But for some reason, not getting the whole Kamala Doug thing. So I'm going to kind of break down in a reading like their whole relationship and kind of see like what the motivations were. I'll do that in tarot. I'll do that a little bit later on today. I'm still going to read on the Ukraine Russia thing as well. And I almost called him Bill Clinton. And I got to get Botox or something. This 11 is crazy, guys. I'm still going to do a reading on Biden's motivations in that whole situation. So we'll do that a little bit later. I'm not staying out here all morning. Nancy Pelosi's getting a reading too. Apparently Nancy is very upset. And word on the street is that she hasn't spoken with the Bidens since September. And Elizabeth, I've said I need Botox from like the waist up. I watched this great YouTube on facelifts last night because apparently Christina Aguilera's gotten a facelift and everybody's buzzing about it. And that's a new thing. Everyone's dissolving their fillers and finding out their faces are saggy, so they're getting facelifts. So, lower back screaming. That's one of the things I was talking to my physical therapist about. My lower back is like disengaging as I'm walking. We've got this kind of track. It's one of those gummy $1 million tracks. I prefer to run in sand, but I'm not close enough to the sand to run. Oh, Amanda, let's talk about that. I don't even know what Discord is. Try Bowen therapy. What are we getting? What are we doing here, guys? Everybody knows all this stuff. I actually use the Ashley Black Fascia Blaster. I use that on my face, but I haven't been really diligent with it. Oh, Priscilla, yeah. Yikes. So anyway, where was I? Probably talked about Christina Aguilera this week. I felt like Brad and Angelina needed a check-in. Harry, Prince of Wales, Wales, W-A-I-L-S. I do think that he is trying to rebrand again. Now he's a sportscaster, so he's like one of the village people. One day he's an Indian chief, next day he's a contractor, fixing the pipes at their house. I don't know if you guys remember that when they bought the house in Montecito, and Megan was doing an interview and he came in, he was like, "We're fixing the pipes." What do you mean you're fixing the pipes? The house is practically brand new. Will. Hi, Will. Hi, Wendy. I'm trying to keep track. So what's the difference between the royal family and the White House? So, and if you're talking, Will, about the the intended purpose of those organizations, the intended purpose, I think, of the royal family is the stabilizing effect in England, obviously. Are there some weird things that go on behind closed doors? Absolutely. Does everybody participate in that? No. And I do think that they are contrary to, I'm just going to pull my ear out so that we don't get scratchy noises on my earplug. So I think the intended result, the end goal for, the cabal. And oh, you have a joke? Oh, look, I'm like taking things so seriously. Go ahead. All right, Will. What is the difference between the royal family and the White House? What's the punchline? Lay it on me. Look, everybody loves a yellow school bus. So many buses. So, don't touch the pipes, right, Ivo? Still waiting for Will's response. We're at a half hour, guys. Half hour. I got some runner here. It's lapped me like 4 times. That guy all the way down there. Lapping me. For my Canadian friends, I do have my Roots sweatshirt on. This sweatshirt is, I think Greg told me it was 20 years old. It's like in perfect condition. So I don't think he wore it a lot. I don't think he washed and wore it a lot. I've got one from the Dirtbag clothing company. It's a really cool company back in the 90s. And it's pretty beat up. Still thick, but pretty beat up on the cuffs and stuff. It was a neat company. A friend of mine knew the owner of it. And on the label, it, you know, everything said Dirtbag, Dirtbag. It had like stars, like, you know, the whole like Adidas starry thing back in the 90s. And basically it was on the label, I'll take a picture of it. It's like, buy it, put it on, never, ever, ever wash it. It was like a cannabis-friendly company back in the 90s. And the pants had like little secret pockets to keep your weed in it. So, but I still have the sweatshirt. It was a great quality sweatshirt. So, all right, are we getting this punchline, Will? What's the punchline, dude? Don't leave us hanging. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like, how do you keep an idiot entertained or engaged? So, while we're waiting on Will's punchline, please, Will, don't make me laugh so hard that I fall down. What else is in the news? Probably do a production video on all the celebrities that said they were leaving. You know, we keep getting all these pictures of like this one and that one with suitcases standing out by the curb, you know. Here he goes again. Guy's lapping me. I'm going slow. He's running. He's got great legs. Just want you guys to know. Not being a weird voyeur. He's got great runner's legs. So I will have those great runner's legs again. Yes, Sean Duffy. I just heard about that. And Alicia Wicker had a hilarious post on X. She was like, Sean Puffy. I totally read that wrong. So, God bless her. I got to get on the phone with Alicia and figure out if we're going to do another Dueling Tarot. Last month got way too hairier. So, no, don't worry, Ivo. I'm not grabbing it. He's running too fast. I can't grab his legs. He is Asian, though, and I like those Asian guys. My husband's Asian. So, bah! Woo! Lower back. So, what else? So, yeah, we'll see how Mayor Pete feels about it. You know, like all these people that are being replaced, I'm wondering if maybe we need to do taking some bigger steps. Maybe we need to do like this or that before and after. I got to schedule a live for you guys this week too. And my crazy son, I was going to do it tonight, but he jumped into this jazz band. I don't know what he's thinking. He's engaged 6 days a week now. I don't know when he's going to do chores or do his homework. I don't know when that's happening. So, and he's got a job. So he's got me jumping through hoops today. But I may squeeze that live in today, see if I can maybe get him a ride one way or the other. One way or another, somebody will pick him. They're gonna pick him up. So Greg pulled out the stabilizer thing. Yeah, exactly, Zephyr. He's not doing any chores. The farmers in UK are protesting in London today. Really? Huh, we'll have to do a reading on that. See how that's gonna work out. So I'm all set to like dig an underground greenhouse like today, in 40-degree weather, like ready to do that. What's wrong with me? I'm not with an injury that's been 6 months in recovery. Sure, why not dig a hole? Yeah, there's these really cool underground greenhouses that you can build. You just dig down like 4 feet. I need a machine to do it, obviously. Maybe I could get my teenager to do that. Build some walls in there. things keep going the way they are. In UK, the main thoroughfares are going to get clogged. Yeah. We just found out we're going to get 15 to 20,000 more cars on the road with the development that they're putting into our neighborhood and into our town. And it's going to be ridiculous here. It's undrivable right now at certain times of the day. Oh, clogged with protesters and marches. Yeah. You know, farmers markets, very cool idea. Making your own food is not a bad idea either. Now that Pennsylvania's turned pretty rosy, I don't know, I could probably talk Reggie into moving there. Not that far. I got to talk my father-in-law into living with us part-time though. I want him to come along with us. So we'd need a nice big farmhouse. Get my father-in-law in there. My father-in-law's a hoot. Fun guy. So, not fun guy. He's a fun guy. So, we'll put him out on the farm with us. Get some chickens. Maybe get some ducks. Who doesn't like a duck? My friend Kay would love it if we had some goats. I don't want to eat goats. I just want to hang out with them. So, yeah, so I guess UK, I'm going to have to... I'll get some intel from Paul and Mel today. What's going on there. And we'll do that. So, all right, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I am a goat, Archie. I do eat garbage. Sorry, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back out on the road tomorrow. I'm gonna go back to the house and I'm gonna keep walking for a little bit and listen to 1776. Hi Archie. So I don't know if Archie was trolling or not. So, oh, that's okay. Not my farm, but the farm that I had my commercial kennel on, we had goats there. So I am familiar with the antics of goats. They're really cute though. You know, we had a little one that was born lame, and we had her in the main office, and like all the dogs were like, what? When they came in. It was pretty funny. That's not a dog. So, all right. Lady of the Lake is getting out there. Everybody, I hope I'm inspiring you to get out and walk, make your predictions. Go hit that like button. I'm going to try and schedule a live for a little bit later on today. It'll be East Coast time, probably like after 5 o'clock. It'll probably just be like an hour or so. So, but this is, bikini bods are made in the winter. So we're all going to be bikini ready by the time winter gets here. So I'm going to sign off. Boys and girls, hope you have a great day. Look forward to my production videos and a skinnier face. All right. May the force be with you. See you in the future, guys.